already begun sowing doubts about the 2022 results. During a recent appearance, she said, quote, "They don't want to put out the truth, which is that we won." Changwon.2022, City News.
City News time 10:06. A stabbing inside an East End high school has left a 17-year-old student with critical injuries. Michelle Mackey joins us from outside the school in the Danforth and Birchmount area.
Chaos and confusion at Birchmount Park Collegiate Institute as students were placed in a 2.5-hour lockdown following a stabbing.
Shortly after 3 o'clock this afternoon, Toronto Police 41 Division responded to a report of a stabbing here at Birchmount Collegiate. Upon their arrival, they located a 17-year-old victim in the office of the school.
Around 5 p.m., police began letting students leave classroom by classroom. This teen says she saw the aftermath of the stabbing.
I was in the washroom, and then when I came out, I just saw the guy who got stabbed with blood all over his stomach. So I got scared and started right back to class.
It's the second stabbing incident at Birchmount Park Collegiate Institute this year. A 14-year-old boy was injured last April. The Toronto District School Board says it needs help to combat the problem.
Schools deserve to be a safe place to learn and work. I think while the TDSB plays an important role in what that solution may be, I do think we need help from other levels of government and community partners.
In Scarborough, Michelle Mackey, City News.
The Ford government provided an economic update today, but apart from the already announced gas tax cut extension, there wasn't much in it to help families struggling with soaring inflation. Our Richard Southern has the details from Queen's Park.
The Ford government followed through on its promise to revoke legislation that imposed a contract on education workers. Bill 28 was officially repealed here at Queen's Park today. But things at the bargaining table not exactly going great, says QP's Laura Walton.
It's been slow because until a couple of hours ago, we had an imposed collective agreement.
Meantime, the Ford government tabling its mini budget, its fall economic statement today. There was not a single penny in new health care spending in it, despite the health care crisis. I asked Finance Minister Peter Bertheldahl about it.
This is why there's not a single cent in new health care spending in this document.
Well, there is a significant amount of health care spending that I put in the budget. So we got to work early.
The NDP's Catherine Fife.
The last budget was 6 months ago. This was an opportunity for this government to listen. People, I think, expected a call to action from this government.
The statement did include a doubling of payments to low-income seniors, and the government will allow those on ODSP who are working to keep more of the money they earn. At Queen's Park, Richard Southern, City News.
And you could wake up to a driveway that needs shoveling in some parts of the GTA. Meteorologist Natasha Ramsahai says snow's on the way.
And because temperatures are still pretty close to zero, we're not going to see 15, 20, 25 centimeters of snow, but still 3 to 6 centimeters, even up to 8 centimeters over some higher elevations of the GTA to the north. Could be a rude awakening for some, as this may be the first time that many have to shovel since last winter.
And we can expect most of the week's overnight temperatures to stay around zero. Coming up next, a check on the price at the pumps. City News time 10:09.
Stay informed, stay safe.
Subscribe to City News 680 breaking news alerts.
Powered by the Monitoring Center Home Security, partnered with Tag Dispatch.
Subscribe now at toronto.citynews.ca.
Take a holiday from the holidays. Casper is giving you up to $500 towards a mattress. Whether you're recovering from long lines at airports, the pull-out couch, or just an ugly sweater party, Casper has the perfect rest from holiday stress. Mattresses like the Wave Hybrid Snow for 3-degree cooler sleep, or their most popular original mattress. Shop the site-wide sale at Casper.ca or a sleep country near you. 'Tis the season for snoozing. Exclusions apply. See Casper.ca/promo.
Now the gas price update. Enpro predicts the price will not change at midnight, holding at just under $1.66 a liter. Traffic and weather next. This is City News.
Guys, there's something we need to talk about. And I'm not going to try and talk around it. I'm going to come right out and say it. Sexual health. Your sexual health is important. Things like erectile dysfunction do happen. In fact, more than half of guys have to deal with ED every day. Don't just live with it. Learn how Dr. Judah and Dr. Kanu can help. Book your confidential initial visit at PrecisionSexualHealth.com. That's PrecisionSexualHealth.com.
I have a question. Aren't commitments meant for people, not phone plans? I mean, if I ever promise till death do we part, you can bet it's not going to be to unlimited data. That's why I like Public Mobile. They keep things casual. There are no long-term contracts. Which, look, if we're being honest with each other, it's just better that way. I can't be tied down to a phone company, and neither should you. Public Mobile. Mobility on your
left lane's blocked off for repairs. That's causing delays from east of Bayview in the collectors. And then I mentioned earlier that at Leslie and the Express, the left lane blocked off for the collision as well. That's causing delays as well in the Bayview Express. Southbound Salem ramp to the west 401 is closed, and the east 401 ramp going to Salem is blocked off as well. Eastbound 407 ramp to the west 401 shut for repairs. Westbound on the 401, the Nielsen collector to Express transfer is closed off. Here, Ontario and the collectors, the right lane blocked off due to a stalled vehicle. The Winston's Churchill ramp to the west 401 is also shut, along with the west 401 ramp going on to the west Winston Churchill, and the westbound 407 that's blocked off as well. Eastbound on King, no access to the ramp going on to the northbound 400. Northbound on the DVP 404 right at Bayview Bloor, the right lane is blocked off. This is due to a stalled vehicle, and the north DVP 404 ramp going on to the eastbound 401 is also closed off for repairs. Southbound on the 400 right at Highway 7 and the collectors, a left lane shut for repairs. The GLC 300 SUV is now in stock at Mercedes-Benz Durham, proud winner of the 2022 Star Dealer Award. Visit mercedes-benzdurham.com. Next report 1021 with the forecast, Natasha Ramsahai.
We're down to -1, wind chill -7 by the morning with wet snow mixed with rain starting in the west end, moving into Toronto through the day and kind of staying over Toronto and areas to the north and east right through Tuesday evening and overnight. The high tomorrow is 3 degrees, so that's warm enough to mix in the rain along the lakeshore. By Wednesday morning, some areas away from the lake will be waking up to 3 to 6 and even up to 8 centimeters of heavy wet snow, slushy snow, and will dry out through Wednesday afternoon with a high of 3. Tonight, down to -1 degree for the low.
Right now in downtown Toronto, it's partly cloudy, 2 degrees. It feels like 0. Your top stories and sports are up next.